So you guys, some of you guys have done that. Prevention. We're really understanding more and more about what this high protein, low carbohydrate diets in cats are maybe much more important than we think they are. Somebody took the time to analyze that a cat that eats a wild mouse diet is eating 47% protein. I know that all makes you excited, and at your next cocktail party you can tell your friends that. But the point is that in the wild, they tend to choose a high protein diet. And you've all had, if you've had outdoor cats, you've seen that. They eat the muscle meat and they proudly bring in the head and the intestines and leave that at your feet. A dog would never do that, they'd eat the whole thing. But they clearly are choosing to eat more protein in their diets. So real important, and that may have something to do with why that corn that you're giving them goes into their large intestines and creates colitis, is because they really maybe don't need any corn. I keep thinking about Mr. McGregor's garden, and you never see a cat going in and eating all the vegetables and so forth. The cat would eat the rabbit. So sufficient fresh water, and really water is kind of a challenge in cats because cats have a kind of a little bit of a disconnect. A lot of their genetics has to do with desert kind of regions, and so when a cat gets a message, I'm hungry, or I'm thirsty, they hunt, because that's oftentimes the place where they can most easily get water. That doesn't mean that the cat doesn't go down and drink from the stream, but they have that kind of, I have two choices, I can go hunt or I can go drink from the stream. And if you're only feeding your cat dry food, then they go hunt their dry food, which they didn't get any water from. And so that's one of the things that encourages them kind of overeating, because they really are hungry. And so to make the water very, very interesting to them is helpful. I know I saw this, great, everybody walked past that great water fountain back there and said, oh, I gotta get that. But some cats will love that water fountain, and they will drink whole lots of water, and some cats will look at you like, what is that? And it makes too much noise and is splashing, and please get it out of my environment. And that's the hard part, because they are a little bit expensive, and you kind of can be, it doesn't work in all cats. If you got a cat that'll drink out of your faucet, it oftentimes will drink out of a fountain. Sometimes you're better to try getting just something, some little tabletop fountain that's, $10, is bubbling, and see if your cat drinks out of that before you get something that you can keep them clean. That's not good to do all the time, because it gets really nasty and bacteria filled, but that'll give you a clue that, maybe I go ahead and invest in a fountain, because my cat will like that. But that does encourage them. You can do the little trick with the clam juice or the tuna fish water ice cubes. You mix your clam juice or tuna fish water half and half with water, make little bar-sized ice cubes, and put a silver wrap over the top of them, and unfreeze an ice cube every day. Let them have some flavored water. They like that. Some of them do, some of them don't. Sprinkling a little sea salt on their food, maybe catch some of the trace minerals that we're missing in some of our foods, and maybe make them a little bit more thirsty and drink a little more water, so that's a good way. Now, obviously you want to avoid, come back here. No. I want to avoid some toxins, so if you've got a plant that's, Easter lily or something, poinsettia, things like that, not a good idea. They're not really usually the ones that open the cleaning cupboard and drink the Clorox or whatever, you clean the Lysol, they won't do that, but you keep the other things away. Mouse trap, the mouse poisonings, rat poisonings, that kind of stuff, keep them away. Check for those intestinal parasites. I mean, you can bring those in on your feet when you come in from the, mowing the grass or whatever, and they can pick them up. So an indoor cat it can pick up intestinal parasites. So you want to check on those and manage stress. And I know Dr. Sutter's talked a little bit about making sure that you keep them entertained so that they're not real stressed, and those intestines, those bad bacteria don't have a great time overall.